Thank you.
Well, defense stocks are on fire. The government is aiming for an import substitution, bringing new opportunities for the domestic defense firms. But is the optimism reasonable, and what's the scope? Let's find out. Bhanu Prakash Srivastava, the chairman and managing director of perhaps one of the strongest defense stocks, Bharat Electronics, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Srivastava, thanks a lot for joining in. You know, I first want to ask you about the multiple MOUs that you signed recently at the Defense Expo, whether it was with Myslova Systems, with Yantra India, with Triton Electric. There are different avenues for revenue generation for Bharat Electronics. But just want to understand, what are you targeting in the near future? By FY24, which one of these could translate into growth, and what are the numbers that you're looking at?
Yeah, good morning. Bharat Electronics has been a primarily defense company where we have been targeting core defense business addressed to our all three services and related businesses. However, the MOUs which we are signing with various organizations like what you mentioned, Triton also, Munition India also, some aerospace companies also, we have signed the MOU. We have signed MOU with the Delhi Metro also recently. We have signed MOU with Chennai Metro also, Airport Authority of India Limited also. So these are to take leverage our core competency in defense electronics and go for the higher level of growth.
Hi, Mr. Srivastava. Good morning. Stakes are riding high. In this year itself, the street is very bullish on BEL. It's up close to 50%. That said, at the end of your first half of the year, you had given a guidance, right? So any change to those numbers? Revenue growth you were talking about is 15%.
No,
margins of around 22%.
Yeah, we are sticking. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. And the third part was the order inflow.
We stick to whatever guidance we have given of revenue growth of around 15% and EBITDA margin of between 21 to 23%, averaging out to 22%. Similarly, we are expecting an order inflow of around 20,000 crore in this financial year. Till now, we have already booked the order worth around 3,100 crores. And as we progress in most of the defense procurement, you see that proposals, they start in the first quarter of the year, and then normally they fructify at the end of the Q4. So we are expecting order inflow close to around 20,000 crore from all sectors, be it your electronic warfare system for high altitude applications, be it medium power radars,
yes,
or many other order which are due in sonar segment, communication segment, and other related areas. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to confirm that, sir, because as you said, you're only 3,000 crores odd is the order inflow, but you're confident that will reach 20,000 crores, the order inflow, because quarter 4 is the lumpy one and you'll get a lot of orders. Sure, right?
Yeah, because the way this process goes on, especially big ticket programs, when CNC is concluded, and after that there is a process of approval of the order, and if value is high, it goes to Cabinet Committee on Security sometimes, or Raksha Mantri, and also it takes time.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. No problem. You said that Q1 a new calendar, and it starts, and by March it fructifies. So that's the way this works. Fair enough.
Most of the cases, and many big ticket programs, they take more than a year also. So many of the programs which have been in pipeline for last 2 years, they are at this stage of fructifying by Q4.
Yeah. These non-defense sort of segments, right, which you said you're leveraging your core defense expertise into other areas as well. What could be, what's the scale of ambition at BEL? What could you do? I mean, you've got the capability, you've got the scale, but what could you grow this business to? The non-defense one, which is about 12% of revenues right now.
Yeah, right. Normally, if you see the defense to non-defense ratio has been around 80 to 20. Some year it becomes 90-10, and some year it becomes 75-25, depending upon what are the order inflow from civilian sectors. So, while leveraging our capabilities in non-defense sector, we tend to maintain that ratio, because when we are moving up on year to year at 15% plus basis, we have to leverage that our core competencies in non-defense sector also, so that we can maintain this growth.
So you were telling my colleague Nigel that out of the 20,000 crore order inflow guidance, you've secured 3,100 crores. So there's still a big chunk, right? 17,000 crores that you need to secure. Out of the businesses that you've diversified into, say solar, railways, smart cities, e-governance, do you see any vertical where a big chunk of this, orders can flow through? Maybe not in FY23, perhaps in FY24?
No, not. No. It takes a lot of time because whatever MOU we have signed with this, there is a long cycle time of approving the products and then going for certifications and then finally results coming. So what we are targeting is not with these new MOUs which we are signing, but which are already existing one, and we have progressed a lot in order acquisition.
All right,
process.
got that. So you're looking at mainly what the orders what you've secured already. Now, there are a couple of orders, right? There's Akash Prime, there's Him Shakti, there's the weapon locating radar as well. Can you tell us what are the execution timelines for this, and when will this lead to revenue conversion?
You see, coming to Akash, this order has to come to BDL. It is at final stages, and we have already under discussion with BDL for finalization of the our share. So the moment order is placed on BDL, we will quickly finalize it with BDL, and we will get the orders. Similarly, for Him Shakti, we have moved a lot ahead, and then our customers are in the process of finalizing it. So we hope Him Shakti also, which is electronic warfare for high altitude versions, will come by this quarter end.
All right.
Similarly, WLR also trials have been completed, and they are all progressing.
Okay, all right. Mr. Srivastava, I particularly wanted to talk about one LOI that you received. That was from TEV, that's Triton Electric Vehicles, for hydrogen fuel cells.
Yeah.
I believe the total, value was around 8,000 crores odd. So give us an update out there. What is the value? When does that turn into revenues? And some progress on this, because the stock market is very excited about this theme. Go ahead, sir.
But this is a long-run process. This was the only letter of intent given by Triton.
Okay.
As per our understanding and MOU, first we have to give one set of batteries to them, which we are working on. And once this set of batteries, they go through approval process and they are approved, and then our terms and conditions and commercial agreements are finalized, then we will get the order. That also is linked to their delivery schedule of final products like EV trucks, which they have to deliver to their end customers. So if you see that what 8,000 crore they have projected, it's maybe it will take 2-3 years before we pick up the revenues.
So from this particular order, it's still work in progress. You're supplying the first set of batteries, and then they'll have a look at it, and then the business will pick up from here. So safe to assume from here, there will be no business that will come in FY24 at least?
I could not hear you.
FY24, from the next fiscal onwards, there'll be visibility, or is it a story of FY25-26 from this particular order? Triton.
We will be able to have visibility next FY only, and then I will able to give some further commitment.
So revenues
because
will,
unless I give first set of batteries and it goes through approval.
So revenue, no revenues at least for the 2 years, right? That's what we were trying to get at from this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Got that.
Hello?
Yes. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. We can hear you.
I could not hear you. I could not hear you. Can you repeat your question?
Right, Mr. Srivastava, I was just saying that no revenues from this, from Triton for the next 2 years, right? On the battery order.
Yeah,
no.
revenue once on the, yes.
We got that, sir. We got that. Let's move on.
Okay. I had another question. Since we're talking about this lithium-ion battery space, you've also constructed a plant for research and manufacturing of lithium-ion prismatic cells, and this will be used across categories, whether it's in e-mobility, remote power systems, underwater as well. Just want to understand what kind of growth do you see overall from this segment, and what is the capex that you've put on board? Is there any more capex that you have planned in this space?
See, lithium ion battery cell, we took the TOT from NSTL, a DRDO laboratory, and we established a small plant spending around 50 crores or so. But this is for initial requirements of some, whatever you have mentioned, some marine batteries or some other places. So it is a pilot plant where capacity is limited. Once revenue goes up and we have more likelihood of orders, we can replicate it and scale it up.
All right, we will leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining us, sir. All the best and keep continuing to grow the way you are and rewarding shareholders as well. That's BEL. They're sticking to their target, 15% revenue growth, 22% margin and 20,000 crore order inflow by FY23, although they have reached just about 3,100 crores, but it's generally lumpy in the last part of the year. Let's do one thing. Let's slip into a quick break. Lots more coming up. We'll be chatting.
So
sure, go ahead.
Look at the market, Sonia. I mean, basically the Nifty has cut its losses by half. We were down 140. We are down just 60 points. So just wanted to leave you with that. It's a very sharp bounce that we have on our hands. And let's just look at the bank Nifty as well. I think, yeah, the banks have also come back very sharply from a low of 43,384. We've bounced to about 43,540 or so. So this is looking much better. So the dip that we saw, and it was a large dip, that's been completely kind of bought. Take a look at the large cap Nifty stocks and where things are at. So coal ITC is up 0.5%, Indusend is up 0.5%. I don't know if tech has turned around. Tech has turned around. HCL Tech is up 0.5%. Yeah, I mean, the low I think on HCL Tech was 1,020. From the low, it's bounced about 10-12 rupees, 1,033 now.
Yes.
And the Tech Mahindra, the low was 1,030. It's at 1,038 now, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, this is a nice bounce that we're getting within the first 40 minutes of trade or so. We'll take a quick break here. We'll stay in that capital goods defense kind of space when we come back, because we have the management of BHEL joining us. Nalin Shingal is the CMD of the company, and we'll be speaking with him in just a bit. Later on, Pinakin Parekh of JP Morgan India will also be joining us to discuss trends in the metals and cement space. Stay tuned.